Hello, mystery enthusiasts and seekers of the unknown. Welcome back to Mystery Infinity, your go-to place for unraveling the world's most intriguing enigmas. Today, we're embarking on a thrilling journey to the misty waters of Scotland, where legends whisper and mysteries lurk beneath the surface. Our quest? To uncover the truth behind one of the world's most enduring legends, the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie. Is Nessie just a figment of our collective imagination, a shadow in the water? Or could there be a grain of truth in the tales that have captivated generations? From murky photographs to heartfelt eyewitness accounts, we're diving deep into the lore and the allure of this elusive creature. So, brace yourselves for an adventure into the unknown, as we navigate the fascinating history, the tantalizing sightings, and the intriguing science behind the legend of the Loch Ness Monster. Let's set sail into the heart of this enduring mystery. Legends awaken. The origins of Nessie. The tale of Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, isn't just a modern-day media sensation. Its roots are deeply entwined in Scottish folklore and history. The story begins long before the era of smartphones and sensational headlines. In fact, the first recorded mention of a creature in Loch Ness dates back to the 6th century, in a story about Saint Columba. He reportedly encountered a fearsome, water beast, in the loch, which he supposedly banished with a well-timed prayer. Talk about ancient pest control. Fast forward to the 1930s, when the legend truly awoke and captured public imagination. This was when the first so-called modern sightings occurred, turning the loch from a tranquil Scottish landmark into a hotbed of mystery. It's as if Nessie had been waiting for the right moment to jump into the limelight, and boy, did she choose her time well. Suddenly, everyone wanted a piece of the Nessie phenomenon. She was like the celebrity of the Scottish Highlands. Local folklore, rich with tales of water creatures and myths, provided a fertile ground for the legend to flourish. The stories, passed down through generations, painted Nessie as a mysterious creature lurking in the depths of the loch, occasionally surfacing to remind the world of her presence. It's like the loch had its own aquatic guardian, a mythical being that connected the present with the past. These early accounts and folklore laid the foundation for the enduring fascination with the Loch Ness Monster. They blend the historical mystique of the Scottish Highlands with the thrill of the unknown, creating a legend that has not only stood the test of time but also evolved with it. Nessie's story is a tapestry woven from threads of history, myth, and a touch of mystery, a narrative that continues to captivate and intrigue, beckoning us to look closer and wonder, what really lies beneath the surface of Loch Ness? Photographic proof, iconic images and debates. The Loch Ness Monster leapt from folklore to front-page news with the snap of a camera. The most iconic image in the Nessie saga is undoubtedly the 1934 surgeon's photograph, which allegedly shows the monster's neck and head emerging from the murky waters. This photo, taken by a respected surgeon, hence the name, became the poster child for Nessie believers. It was like the ultimate gotcha moment, except it was more like gotcha with a question mark. Over the years, this photograph has been both a beacon for Nessie enthusiasts and a punching bag for skeptics. Some hailed it as irrefutable proof of the monster's existence, a tangible link to the legend lurking in the depths. Others, however, scrutinized the photo, pointing out inconsistencies and anomalies. Debates raged. Was it a monster, a floating log, or a submarine with a fake head? The plot thickened, and so did the waters of Loch Ness. Then came the bombshell revelation. The photo was a hoax, a setup involving a toy submarine and some creative photography. This confession turned the tide of public opinion, transforming the surgeon's photograph from a compelling piece of evidence to a chapter in the book of elaborate pranks. But did this revelation sink the Nessie legend? Far from it. Instead, the debunking of this iconic photo added a new layer to the Nessie narrative. It highlighted the blurry line between belief and skepticism, showing how easily we can be swayed by what we see. Despite the setback, the legend of Nessie refused to go under. New photos and sightings kept emerging, each adding fuel to the fire of this enduring mystery. The Loch Ness Monster, it seemed, was more than just a creature. It was a symbol of the eternal tug-of-war between myth and reality. Eyewitness encounters. Tales from the loch. The Loch Ness Monster isn't just a creature of grainy photographs. It's a star of countless personal testimonies and eyewitness accounts. Each story adds a human touch to the Nessie narrative, painting a vivid picture of encounters that range from the chilling to the downright curious. From locals to tourists, the loch seems to have a knack for showing its mysterious inhabitant to a lucky few. Take, for instance, the tale of a local farmer in the 1930s who claimed to have seen a large, hump-backed creature trudging across the road near the loch. Or the numerous accounts of boaters who felt something large and unseen brush against their vessels in the deep, dark waters. These stories bring a sense of immediacy and realism to the legend. It's as if Nessie is more than a myth, occasionally popping up to remind us that some mysteries refuse to be forgotten. Then there are the stories that border on the whimsical, like visitors claiming to see strange ripples and unidentified movements in the water. Some describe a serpentine head emerging from the loch, while others talk about eerie disturbances on the water's surface on a calm day. Each account is a piece of the puzzle, and like any good puzzle, the picture keeps changing with every new piece added. These eyewitness encounters do more than just fuel the legend, they keep the spirit of Nessie alive. They form a tapestry of tales that span decades, each story adding to the mystique of Loch Ness. Whether born out of fact or fueled by the imagination, these accounts ensure that the legend of Nessie continues to captivate and intrigue. In the world of Nessie, seeing is not just believing, it's experiencing a moment of connection with one of the world's most enduring mysteries. The science of searching, expeditions and investigations. In the quest to unravel the Loch Ness Monster's truth, science has stepped into the murky waters with a blend of skepticism and curiosity. Over the years, numerous expeditions and investigations have been launched, turning the loch into a laboratory for monster hunters and scientists alike. It's like an aquatic version of Sherlock Holmes meets Indiana Jones, with a dash of high-tech wizardry. One of the most notable efforts involved sonar explorations. Teams equipped with advanced sonar technology scoured the depths of Loch Ness, hoping to catch a glimpse or a shadow of Nessie. It's like playing the world's biggest game of Marco Polo, except instead of yelling, "Marco," they used pings and echoes. These explorations have turned up intriguing anomalies and unexplained shapes, fueling more questions than answers. It's like Nessie is playing a game of hide and seek, and she's really good at it. Then came the DNA tests, a modern twist in the tale of Nessie. Scientists collected water samples from various depths and locations around the loch, searching for genetic material that could shed light on the inhabitants of these mysterious waters. The idea was simple. If Nessie is out there, she's got to leave some DNA behind, right? It's like doing a forensic sweep at the world's most elusive crime scene. Despite these high-tech efforts, the mystery of the Loch Ness Monster remains unsolved. Sonar has given us glances into the loch's hidden world, but no definitive Nessie. DNA tests have catalogued a wealth of biodiversity in the loch, but again, no conclusive evidence of a monster. These scientific quests, while not proving the existence of Nessie, have deepened our understanding of Loch Ness itself. They remind us that sometimes the search for answers is just as important as the answers themselves. In the murky depths of Loch Ness, science continues its dance with legend, ever searching, ever questioning. Myth versus reality, theories and explanations. As we delve into the enigmatic waters of Loch Ness, theories about Nessie range from the plausible to the fantastical. On one end of the spectrum, some suggest that the monster could be a survivor from the age of dinosaurs, perhaps a plesiosaur that time forgot. It's an alluring idea, like imagining a Jurassic Park under the waters of a Scottish loch. But then, scientists chime in with a reality check. The loch's frigid temperatures and lack of food sources make it a tough spot for a prehistoric reptile to hang out for millennia. Another theory proposes that Nessie might be nothing more than a case of mistaken identity. Could she be a sturgeon or a catfish, magnified by imagination and folklore? After all, both can grow to impressive sizes and would seem monstrous to anyone not expecting an aquatic meet and greet. It's the aquatic version of mistaking your friend's shadow for a ghost, understandable, but a bit less thrilling. The skeptic's corner argues that Nessie is a mix of hoaxes, wishful thinking, and the human brain's talent for seeing patterns and shapes where none exist. They suggest that the loch's wavy conditions and floating logs could trick the eye, turning mundane objects into mythical monsters. It's a bit like cloud watching and seeing dragons and ships in fluffy clouds, fun, but not exactly scientific. Yet, despite the debates and debunking efforts, the legend of Nessie endures in popular culture. She's a star of movies, books, and even has her own fan club. Nessie's charm lies not just in what she might be, but in what she represents: the allure of the unknown, the thrill of the unexplained. Whether a prehistoric survivor, a giant fish, or a trick of the light, the Loch Ness Monster continues to capture our imagination, reminding us of the mysteries that still lurk in the uncharted corners of our world. As we emerge from the shadowy waters of Loch Ness, the enigma of Nessie lingers, a captivating blend of myth, mystery, and the lure of the unknown. What's your take on the Loch Ness Monster? Is Nessie a prehistoric survivor, a trick of light and water, or something else entirely? We'd love to hear your theories and tales, so dive into the comments and let us know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Mystery Infinity community for more thrilling explorations into the unknown corners of our world. From the depths of ancient myths to the frontiers of science, we've got endless mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, the world is full of wonders for those bold enough to seek them out. Until our next adventure, keep your eyes on the mysterious horizons.